Compelling value stories are the most critical selling asset. Despite this, companies continue to leave money on the table every day with feature function-oriented pitches that don't connect to a customer's bottom line. Valkre stops this inside-out behavior with the process, discipline, and rigor necessary for companies to build quantified, customer outcome-oriented value stories. Let's start by first describing what is meant by a value story. Then we'll explore how we are helping product marketers make them better. Here is a completed value story. It contains a quick pitch, who the target customer is, what are the target customer's next best alternatives, the challenges being solved, and proof points to back up the story. It includes the actual value proposition, which is made up of what makes you different from competition, who within your customer benefits, customer metrics impacted, and the quantified outcomes your customer receives as a result. The value proposition can be backed up by competitive intelligence, sales collateral, and latest market insights. This is a value story. We would like to make them better. Here is how we help product marketers to do just that. On a basic level, it starts by giving them a place enabled by technology to do this work. We call this the Workspace. It has 3 basic steps. The first, it's all about building the actual value prop. Oftentimes, there are many value props to manage for a given offering based on target customer segments. Once we get those target segments defined, we can move on to scoping. Scoping is where we build out the information necessary to help anyone using that value prop to understand its positioning relative to the market. Then when it actually comes to building the value prop, there's a step-by-step structure to build and quantify those value props on a consistent basis. After that, the value story is connected to who at the customer cares about that value story and why they would care. Then there's an intuitive approach to building value calculators. These value calculators translate the story into quantified customer outcomes. We take that entire body of work and then provide the product marketer publishing, versioning, importing, and exporting features that make it easy to iterate and tweak those value stories for different audiences and market segments as things change. The second step then in the Workspace is to make sure the value stories resonate with customers. Here, there is an area where product marketers can work to get feedback both internally and from customers. We provide turnkey discussion guides so they can have conversations with customers to both validate proven value and identify opportunities to improve. This feedback is easy to document and turn into data that can be mined for insight, resulting in a rich, detailed data set containing who thinks what about your value stories both today and where they can be improved. The third step then is after having collected feedback, the marketers provided analytics to help improve the value story. There are built-in search and processing analytics to generate insights on what's working and the opportunities for improvement. There are segmentation and visualization tools to detect and process how customers differ in their perspective. Using this feedback together with analytics, the value stories are improved and the customer perspective is used to guide future strategic and product planning. There are also areas in the Workspace for product marketers to manage the ongoing opportunities and projects that are underway to improve those value stories. Combined, these tools provide a place for product marketers to build better value stories and manage their improvement over time. The question now is, how do we take these value stories and integrate them into an organization to ensure that they are used and that they drive growth? Valkre solves this challenge with an integrated value intelligence library and value-driven account plans that take these value stories and connect them into a company's sales and marketing processes. To see how we do this, take a look at our next videos.